YMABs Therapeutics Inc. has gained 26.72% in this session of the 11th of September 2022. At some point, it reached 8.556. As a matter of fact, it reached our target of 8.59 target. That target was our last target. Our first target was 7.99. It crossed it. Second target was 8.49. It crossed it. And the third one, it was 8.59. We saw it, but it didn't linger, so the stock has been strongly bullish. The news is that what is it called? Let's see here. That's the news. Okay, the YMABs Therapeutics said Friday the 11th of February 2022 it expects to resubmit its biologics license application for ombatamab by the end of Q1 of this year 2022 after completing its meeting with the FDA regarding the potential pathway for the drug candidate's approval. Ombatamab is being developed to treat patients with CNS leptomeningeal metastasis from neuroblastoma, a kind of cancer that starts in early nerve cells. Data from a study at Memorial Sloan Kettering show that patients with the disease had a median survival of 50 months when given ombatamab. Research at Memorial Sloan developed the drug candidate. Researchers at Memorial Sloan developed the drug candidate, which is exclusively licensed to YMABs, according to a statement. So the shares of the stock is gaining. At some point it gained 30%. That's what it's saying. That's what it's saying here. Yes, we saw it print 8.59, but it didn't linger there. It's also optionable, but the options are not not sufficiently spread out. So the spreads on the ask and the bid are quite wide. So yes, as I indicated earlier on, we had a target of 8.59. It reached it. So what it printed so far has been 8.5748. That's what it has printed so far. That's what it is. But since then, it has been moving sideways. We also observed that once market opened, the momentum began to fluctuate, and once it got into the overbought condition, it lingered. You can see that it lingered there for more than an hour. Now pulled back, became oversold, returned to overbought again, and now trying to return back there again. So we're maintaining this target of 8.59. It sounds ambitious, but anything's possible. Our target is 8.59. But just be really careful. The stock has been strongly bullish, very, very strongly bullish. The underlying trend for the stock is a bearish one. Look at that. It's quite bearish. So right now, as things stand, it is showing strength within a longer-term bearish trend, driving its MACD above the signal line, and but it's still below this declining 200-day moving average, and that that moving average is also declining with the 10-day moving average on this daily chart, but fingers crossed. It is showing strength. Where it is right now is pretty much where its 10-day moving average is. As a matter of fact, it's now slightly above that 10-day moving average on this daily chart. So the 20-day moving average is at 9.37, the 50-day moving average is at 13.42. So just be very much aware that the underlying trend is still a bearish one, and who knows whether it's going to a turnaround has come with this news that has come out now. And yeah, that's what's going on with the stock. It's resubmitting its what does it say again? It's resubmitting application for ombatamab to the FDA. So FDA, it's resubmitting that. It had a meeting, I think, completed a meeting with the FDA regarding the potential pathway for the drug candidate's approval. Yes. So these are the sort of things market participants love to hear. They love to hear that, and the stock has delivered for them so far in this session, and it seems it may continue to do so. So our target is 8.59. It's cooling off right now, moving sideways. Obviously, this is not out of place. A stock that has run up a gain of more than 30%. If it's cooling off right now, it's totally natural. That is what you would expect. So we also noticed as well, when it started to extend a few minutes into the session, it never fell below its 10-minute moving average on this 1-minute chart for a significant length of time, more than an hour. Yes, it was just after an hour that it fell below that moving average, that 10-minute moving average. And right now it is above it. Right now it's above it now, showing strength, beginning to show strength again, and the momentum is knocking right at the overbought territory. Naturally, when a stock is overbought based on its momentum, it implies that, amongst other things, that it's going to cool off, but in this condition it didn't. It lingered for a long time, but naturally it eventually did. So it's showing strength right now, getting support from that 10-minute moving average from time to time. It as I indicated earlier on, those are very, very positive outcomes, moving ahead to see whether it can get approval for the drug. So YMAB stock strongly bullish in the session of the 11th of February 2022. Our target is still 8.59. Will it get there? Very huge ambition, very huge. It looks quite huge, but it was already printed at some point. Okay, now at 8.4, 8.5, 8.47, attempting to regain that, to reach that level and probably extend. Let's see what's going to happen, whether that's going to be possible. 8.46, that's a target now. That's the price now. Let's get the volumes and see what's going on. Let's get the volumes. 5.173 million shares, still not in terms of volumes, not the highest so far in this session of any of all the other stocks. So it's definitely not going to be one of the most active at the moment. Yes. So I think the average volume for the stock is about 3 million or thereabout. Let's see whether we can get the volumes for the stock. YMAB. YMABs. Let's see whether we can get the volumes. Okay, yes, it's 983,000 for the last 10 trading sessions, 339,000 for the last 90 trading sessions. Yes, 8.42 now. That's the price now. At some point a few moments ago it reached 8.51. So our target remains 8.59. So see what you make of YMABs Therapeutics Inc. Okay, and we'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.